Another bright sunny day here in Lima, and we're back in Barranco. This time to answer the question, what do you get when you combine Venezuelan cooking with the incredible diversity of Peruvian ingredients? Welcome to Mérito. I'm welcomed in and shown to my seat at the chef's counter, an intimate space with just a few seats. Don't worry though, there's plenty more seating upstairs along with their bar. Before long, Sergio comes over to talk me through their menus. They offer a 10-course tasting menu priced at 689 soles. Also on offer is a selection of their signature courses alongside a prix menu, but more on that later. For now, I settle in, and not long after, the first course arrives.
This is the sacha tomate. It's a tree tomato. This one's lacto fermented. We suggest to remove the cap, drink it in a cup. This is rosadeica. This is from Valladolid. This is south of Lima. We have fresh slice of yakon as a top layer. Then you have cash of the day. We're finished with a chip made with quinoa and kimchi.
That was excellent. Well, the flavors combinations, the sweetness, the spiciness, so flavorful. Love that. I mean, this is going to be another one of those explorations of new flavors, ingredients, and things I've never had or seen before.
This part we have oyuco. It's similar to potato. And in the base we have rizal of mamey. That's a fruit from the Amazon. And on top we have macambo, family of the cacao, and sacha tomate.
Oh. Interesting. I wasn't expecting it to be cold.
Right here we have the scallops. We have raw scallops, stanky, jalapeno. And we finish with this jelly on top made with capu. That's a berry, and it's from the Amazon. While the sanki is from the Andes, and it's from a cactus.
It's beautiful. Presentation is.
Yeah.
Oh, so the jelly's very fragile. You got the scallops underneath. The scallop is so sweet. And the acidity coming from that jelly as well. Oh, and considering as well you said that there's zero citrus in there, the balance as well. So amazing. Overall, it's just so fresh. You get the earthiness from the sauce, the crunchiness almost from, I want to say, like little pieces of quinoa or something underneath. This is just absolutely delightful.
So this is corn bread. On the side you have a butter that it's infused in chicha de cora. Chicha de cora, it's a traditional drink, okay? It goes way back to the Incas. And in this case, we reduce the chicha de cora so it's like a paste, and we blend that with the butter.
Very fluffy. Throw in get no sweetness coming through there as well. Just the butter knife. Interesting butters. It's almost got like the sour yogurty note. But together with the bread, because the bread's got more of the sweetness, it does balance out really well. You got the little char as well at the end. Oh, this is just wonderful. And it feels so light as well.
This is the trout and huacatay. Huacatay is a herb Brazilian trout. We use that herb to make the sauce. Then the trout is just slightly cooked, so you can enjoy the texture.
Look at the cooking on this trout. Just perfection. Then you got these little cubes there as well that offering this crunchy texture. As the trout itself completely falls apart. Cooked so beautifully. Intense richness and creaminess from the sauce. The crunchiness from the cubes of yucatan. No sauce going to waste at all. The bread works so well because of the char underneath, the caramelization as well, just adds to the flavor profile. Oh, I'd like some. I need more of that.
We now have lobster. This is covered under a light tempura. Then you have on the side a piece of yakon, and we have a sauce made with, well, it's called tucupi. It's a traditional sauce from the Amazon, and in this case we're adding also cacao nibs and chives. So the recommendation here, we wrap the roll with our hands, make a dip, finish with a piece of yakon.
The leaf and whatever's inside, like kind of radish, almost has a crunchy, chewy texture to it. Oh, and then there's lobster as well. This almost reminds me of kind of like muli or black radish. The intensity from this sauce is incredible. This has got such a deep, rich, umami flavor. So far, if I was like go for seconds, that one.
So we now have gnocchi. They are made with leche, which is type squash. Then we have a foam made of coconut, and we finish with spears made with the beef.
Straight away on the nose, getting this very fragrant, aromatic, cinnamon, allspice kind of.
Spice that you smell, that's tonka. Good. And the bread was good.
This is super interesting. I'm like trying to place like the flavors. It's so different from all the other stuff I've had. Very different. This bread as well, by the way, I've got to say, Lean Plate Club.
So this is the braised corn. That one's done in the charcoal oven. To the side you have a yellow chili cream with queso llanero and natilla. So just grab it with your hands and make a dip.
Oh, it's hot. It has a very firm bite, a much thicker skin than general corn, quite starchy, and a chewiness to it. not much of a flavour to it on its own at all. From the aroma, I'm most expected to kind of get more of that charred flavour, but the char is just on the husk. This cheese as well, it's salty, but it's so soft and fluffy. I don't know why they gave me cutlery with this course. These are my fingers. I don't think I've ever had corn like this before. I was just like comparing it to corn that we have. This is very filling.
Yes.
This is our final savory course. This is beef, arracacha, and mango. For the beef, we have Chilean guayu. Then arracacha is a tuber. We make a dough. We're rolling the dumplings. And the sauce made from ají amarillo, yellow chili, and sour orange. And on the side, you have a green mango salad to refresh your palate.
Wow. Oh my god. The intensity, the depth, the umami, the sweetness, the slight spiciness. Oh my god. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I want to open one of these dumplings just to see what's inside. Inside, you've got the shredded meat. Oh, this is absolutely delightful because the different textures as well. You get a slight chewiness, there's a crunchiness from here, there's the beef, the sauce. Oh, it just has this home-cooked feel to it. Just the intensity and the beefiness and flavour coming from that. I love that. And I'm so glad I've got a little piece of bread left. Welcome to the Clean Slate Club.
So, who is behind all of this utterly delectable cooking? Well, that would be Chef Juan Luis Martinez. Originally from Caracas, he previously worked at the likes of Central and Divercho before opening Mérito in 2018. The cooking here blends traditional Venezuelan cuisine with the incredible diversity of Peruvian ingredients. Up until around a year ago, there wasn't even a tasting menu, only an a la carte offering. However, after a little persuasion, I was allowed to choose a couple of dishes from their prix menu. But first, it was on to desserts.
So we now have a frozen cloud made with coconut and leche. Leche is the squash. And then you have hibiscus powder and the sauce that is made with umbo and lemon verbena.
This looks super interesting. Texture-wise, it's like a giant piece of aerated chocolate, but very, very fluffy. And then the sauce is, again, for lack of better use of words or description, sometimes it's got like acidity from passion fruit or pineapple in there. Oh, it's just delightful. So fresh, not too sweet at all. My kind of dessert, especially in the Peruvian weather, gets so hot and humid. This is delightfully refreshing. I feel like I am getting FOMO at this point, and I should order a flan because I'm not going to get the opportunity to have it again.
Here we have maca. Maca, we use coffee and we use goat cheese cream. And then on the side you have an ice cream made with coffee again and a honey made with yakut.
Okay, final dessert now. Well, unless we order a flan. I'm still contemplating the flan. Oh, texture on this is lovely. It's like a gelato. It's got slight chew to it. Lovely creaminess. Beautiful coffee flavour. The inside, it's got a goat cheese cream. This underneath is almost got like a sticky toffee dates kind of like profile, like sweet caramelized sugars. The cream on top is cold. It's not very cheesy. Again, very light. These are my kind of dessert. Absolutely loving the desserts here. That coffee ice cream is easily the best coffee ice cream I've ever had. From texture to the flavour to the intensity of the coffee to the very, very mild sweetness running throughout. Excellent. I'm down to do another main course now. Yeah, let's do an octopus, please.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have to finish with a flan.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
This is kombucha that it's made with gazpacho tomatoes. And then we have the rice. It's made with an Andean pesto. Then you have mustard flowers. And then the octopus with a jollof sauce.
So herby, the rice has got so much flavour in that. Plus the cooking on that rice is really, really wonderful. The way they've cooked it, they've used chicken stock. I think the rice is the star of the dish here. The octopus is great, they're very flavourful. I like the texture on it. This rice though, unreal. This is comfort food. This kombucha, fantastic. I would never know it's made from tomatoes, but it's excellent. I think I'm full. And the final bite, today's menu, finally, la flan. Chicken delicious. No regrets, all three this. It's iconic. The total for lunch today, service included, came to 960 soles. Hang around to see more food from their sister restaurant, CLON. But first, let's wrap up Mérito. The space here is rustic, warm and inviting, and I was fortunate enough to grace one of their chef's counter seats. There are 2 other dining spaces upstairs, but come on, nothing quite compares to watching everything up close. The service was casual, friendly and attentive, but never overbearing. And most importantly, everyone was incredibly patient with my constant questions about the ingredients, preparations and technique.
The drink recommendations were spot on too. I wasn't even aware that they offered anything besides their tasting menu, as when you make your reservation, that's the only option. But when I kept seeing dishes being sent upstairs that were different to mine, I had to ask. It was only then I was shown their prix fixe menu. And after a little initial confusion, they kindly allowed me to order from that too. And finally, the food. Utterly delightful. Course after course after course. I simply couldn't stop myself. I just had to try as much as I could. It was a journey through new flavours, ingredients, techniques, and combinations. Some dishes surprised me, but overall, I genuinely enjoyed everything. Whilst one dish felt slightly out of place for me, every dish stood on its own as being delicious. Picking favourites today is pretty much impossible, but special mentions do go to the lobster and the octopus and rice dish, and to think that I almost didn't get to try it. And of course, I have to mention the desserts. Generally, I'm not much of a dessert person, but here, they absolutely delivered. I also had the chance to visit their sister restaurant just around the corner, CLON, and here's how that went. Walking in, the aesthetic feels very familiar, as does the philosophy. Venezuelan cooking utilising Peruvian ingredients. Once again, I find myself in a front row seat at the chef's counter, although this time there's no tasting menu, only a la carte. One piece goes sour later, and with a little help from Adriana in navigating their menu, I begin with conchas, a scallop tiradito with artichoke and white butter mushrooms. The scallops were wonderfully fresh and sweet, although I wasn't particularly keen on the blanket of raw mushrooms. I did, however, really enjoy the crunchy textures from the toasted kiwi cha. Next up was tartar apaltado, a playful blend on ceviche and tartar. Catch of the day, topped with a wasacaca granita made using avocado, coriander, and pepper. Finished with a slice of avocado, dusted with either beetroot or mashwa powder, I don't remember which. Alongside, torrejas de choclo, or for the English speakers, corn fritters. This was hands down one of the most creative and inventive ceviches I have ever had. Cold, fresh, delightfully creamy with wonderful textures, with the warm fritters being the perfect accompaniment, along with the added sweetness from the little dollop of chutney. This was followed by yet another scallop dish, conchitas, grilled scallops with a cacao syrup and a coconut foam. These were scrumptious, plump, perfectly springy. It just felt like somebody had dropped a pina colada over them. Utterly delicious, with a brilliant balance of sweetness, zest, and creaminess. Had I not already ordered more food, I'd happily have gone back for round 2. And for my final savoury course, carriera, slow-cooked beef cheeks in a panca chili sauce with radish and roasted pineapple, all served alongside the arepas, a traditional corn flatbread that's toasty on the outside and soft and fluffy inside. This was ultimate comfort food. From the fall-apart beef to the rich, intense, and lightly spiced sauce, everything was perfectly balanced by the sharpness of the raw radish and the sweet acidity of the pineapple. A seriously delicious dish and an incredibly filling one too. On to desserts, and first up was cacao, yacon, and almonds. A yacon ice cream, a cookie dough-esque base, toasted almond milk, all topped with the cacao cookie. A really excellent dessert. Light, not overly sweet, and packed with different textures throughout. And finally, to cap things off, la flan. The very same one you saw earlier, and of course topped with their creme caramel. The total for this copious amount of food, including service, came to just under 400 soles. An absolute must-visit spot when in Lima, and it stands very firmly on its own in every aspect. They may share the same philosophy, but they each deliver a completely different experience. I'd happily return to both. And as always, thank you for watching. On to the next one. Goodbye.